Today we're making these cute little micro mini Christmas journals for Christmas decorations. This is a free printable. You can download it from my Ko-fi or my Facebook group. All the links will be below the video. So if you want to learn how to put together these little cuties, keep watching. Hello everyone, this is Fiona. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've made a video, but here I am, and hopefully from now on I can do a couple of videos a week. So this is the Freebie Friday video for this week, and we've got these cute little micro mini journals for you to print out and make. I didn't decorate these ones up a lot, but the one we make today, well, I've got some ideas for some decorations. And they've got a cute little pocket in the front with a little mini library card. It's really cute. And those are the pages. So there's 4 different covers, but the inner pages are all the same, because they're just kind of for like a little decoration, whether you stand them or whether you hang them on your tree. I've heard some people are wearing them as earrings, so you can do that too. For these ones, I've just added a little bit of gold paint marker pen around all of the edges, just to give it a little bit of a gold shimmer. And this one I just placed a little ribbon, a bow, and this one I just tied it with a piece of gold ribbon. Okay, so let's have a look at the printable. So you're going to get 2 sheets of paper. I just need to check if I'm in frame. Yep. So the first one is the covers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. The ones I put together so far are this one, and that is this little one here. And we've got the blue one, we've got the Christmas tree one, and we've got the other one here with the little Christmas stockings, and that was the other one that I put together. I really love this one actually. I think it's my favourite. It's got these pages here on the inside, so I think I really like those patterns. I think they look really cute. That's these are my patterned Christmas paper pack, Whimsical Christmas, and all of the pages in here are from the Whimsical Christmas junk journal kit. I'll put a link to that if you haven't had a look, but that was November's kit. And if you're a member of my Ko-fi group, you got this kit for free, and as well as a couple of other kits. So all of my links are always below my videos, so you can find everything. So that's the first one. Now with the covers, I would print them onto a cardstock, okay? Now mine isn't very thick. Mine's really a thick paper. So this is 170 GSM, but if you can print on 200, I would try and do that. I did think about backing them, possibly with some tea-dyed paper, so that I could make them a little bit thicker. I may do that. And your pages, I just printed mine on 120 GSM. So of course, if you're making all 4, you'd want to print this out 4 times. Okay, so that is it. Now I'm going to cut them out, and if you have one, I think it's a good idea to use a trimmer, because you sort of need to be able to line things up with these little journals. So, but if you can cut really straight with scissors, do that. That's what I did with these 2. last night. I did them with scissors, but I found, you know, they were a little tiny bit crooked. They're not perfect, but, you know, you use what you have. Or what you could use a ruler, get your ruler and use your craft knife to cut them. I'm going to use my trimmer. So first of all, I'm going to cut the sides off so that I can line up my the bits that I want to cut out. Let me see, do I need to move my camera up a little bit? Probably. Not sure if I can even, I've got a limited space here. Not really sure if I can fit this that way on my desk. Let's see. Just trying to open it up here. Actually, I may not need to open it up. Let's see. It's kind of better if I do because it lays flat. Okay, so let's just cut down this side first. And then I'm also going to do some scoring. Because that's something that I didn't do last night either. I didn't do any scoring. I just folded it all by hand. But if you do take the time to do the scoring, you're going to find that it's going to be a lot easier to get a straight cut. Sorry, straight fold. Need a little smidgen off here. I think I'm going to do this Christmas tree one because I really like the gold. Well, this year I think I'm going to go for a pink and gold theme if I can. So that's, I've got, well, that gives you kind of a hint as to my next Christmas kit. Okay. Which is coming out on Monday. Hopefully I can get my act together and get it finished. Okay, so I think I need a smidgen off the top, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm gonna, and I'll just cut out this one while I'm here. Could do both. Let's see. So I've had a bit of trouble with my fingers, so I haven't been able to do a lot. I mean, I can do this, but my fingers are quite painful at the moment, and I've been having tests for certain things, and so anyway, we'll see how we go. But I apologise if I'm shaking or maybe finding it a little bit difficult to do fiddly things. So that's the story there. Okay, so they're all cut out. Now let's cut out the pages. I'm going to go down the side first so that I've got, making sure I don't cut too much off, but I want to get kind of close to the edge. It's just easier to line up my pages. Cut the top and bottom off. Should be straight, hopefully. Looks straight. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to try and line up this. Let's do it this way. I'll try and line up this one. Looks straight to me. If you look at the one that's got the sharpest edge, make sure that one's in the groove. Then you know that the rest of them should be the same size. But some of them didn't have a really sharp edge, but I didn't want to put lines on there. Thought it might show up. Which way? I can't find the little groove. I think it's right there. There it is. Let's go left a little bit. Okay. Now let's do this one. There. Let's go across just a smidgen. Okay. Now I just need to cut the edges off. So the ones that have these on the end, oh, that's actually crooked. These little things on the end are little tabs. That's crooked, so I've got to cut off a little slither. Down at the bottom here. Oops. Hopefully it'll be okay. Cut that a little bit short. We can deal with that. Okay, it's got a little bit to come off this side. Well, I could do this with scissors, couldn't I, really? Hopefully. Cut that off, and I think that side's fine. So I'm going to cut this off. And just a little bit here. Okay, so now for the scoring bit. I still need this. Where's my cover? My covers, so I'm just going to score on each fold line here. There we go. Oops, missed one. Missed one on the spine here. Okay. So pages. know this seems a lot, but I think it's going to make it easier to get everything right. It's still not going to be perfect, I know that. Nothing's perfect in my world. And it does not have to be. Not even me. I'm not perfect. Okay. There we go. One lot of papers. Now this one, when you've got two like this and it's kind of hard to see where the center is, just go in the center of the white bit and that should be your fold line. So let me see, the width of these pages are 1 1/4 inches. So if I put that line on here, 1 1 1/4. No, it's not. Yes, it is 1 1/4 inches. So here's 1 1/4. So I know that line must be there. Okay. Probably speed this up when I'll just, you know, like when you don't have to go over twice or anything, it's just to, so you've got that little bit of help for your fold lines. Okay, so now we've done that bit, it's pretty easy from here. Let's get rid of that rubbish. I'm going to get my pages first. Okay, so this is the first page here. If you lay your pages out, they were like this. So it's your first page here, and it goes on to these ones, and then these ones. So the first and last will have that little tab. So that little tab folds up. Then you fold back. And you're going to fold up. See, that doesn't even look lined up, does it? Then you're going to fold back. Try and line it up as best you can. But not going to be perfect, like I said. Okay, so we've got that. Now, I'm going to do this one. Fold that back and up, back, up and back. That's that one. Fold this one up, back, and there we go. Now I like to ink mine so I don't have these white edges. I like to have a bit more of the vintage look. But I'm going to glue them first. So what we do when we come to this one is we'll put glue on the back of this one. Can you still see me? Yeah. Glue on the back of this one. And then we're going to glue this one to the back of that one. Okay, so now I can see I've probably folded these wrong because that one's up there. This one needs to go back. It needs to go back like this. So as long as you've got up, back, now up. Back. Up. And back. Okay. So now with this one, we need to put glue onto the back of here. And we're going to glue these two together. Okay. So we have this. So now to finish off our little booklet, we're going to glue just the backs of the pages together like this. So we've got all our pages. Okay, so you don't need to put glue on every second one. Just make sure you glue the edges fairly well. And try not to glue your, the fronts of your pages together. Try not to get any glue on there. Just hold it to dry for a little bit. And then you can see that the ones that you already stuck together are already there. We do the next two. Okay, next two. They're reasonably straight, but they're not, perfectly straight. But I did find it a lot easier that I've actually, it's a lot better that I've used my paper trimmer and I actually scored those folds first. Okay, so the last one we're going to glue down just like this. I want to really they're stuck. Now we want to make sure we haven't glued any of the pages together, so we're just going to pull them apart. And let them dry a little bit more. Like that. So now the cover, let's fold this. I start with the spine. These are the inside covers that are going to fold inwards. But we need to glue our pages in first. Okay. There we go. But with this one, I'm going to do something else first before I glue the pages in. I'm going to get a little piece of masking tape, because I'm going to punch some little holes in this to make dangles. So I want to strengthen that spine a little bit. So I'm just going to put a strip of masking tape, and you shouldn't be able to see it. You could use a piece of fabric if you wanted to. And glue it down. I just want to strengthen up that little spine because mine's not very thick cardstock. If you have thicker cardstock, you might not need to do that. Okay, so that's all trimmed off and hidden. I also want to punch those little holes. I could use just a little awl, but I've got a small punch here. I'm hoping that that's going to not be, it's a little tiny, it's a smaller hole than, I think it's like an eighth or a quarter, no, it's an eighth, 1/16 of an inch, this little hole here. So I'm just going to do it just inside so I can get to it. Okay, and because of the tape now, that's not going to tear, whereas if I didn't have the tape, it might have torn a little bit. Okay, so I've got a whole top and bottom. So what we need to do before we fold these in is do that and to glue our pages in. Now I'm going to just add some ink first. Just quickly. I'm going to ink all my edges there. Just going to ink this little fold here because sometimes you can see it. Just quickly go through and give those pages on the inside. It also hides any imperfections when you add the ink of, you know, things maybe being a little bit out of alignment. This one's not quite dry, but should be shouldn't take too long. So touch of ink around each little page. Last one. There we go. There we go. Cover. More on the outside, not really the inside. On those folds. Here we go. So we're going to get our pages. Move that out of the way. And we're just going to put glue on these little flaps, okay? So we're not gluing this middle bit down, just the flaps. So that way our pages can open properly. If you glue them down, they're not really going to open properly. Okay, make sure we've got it the right way up, and you just want to center it. Center it top and bottom, and side to side. Okay. It helps if you just fold on the spine again. Then you get your little folds in here. Okay. So now we can glue down our inner covers. And I just realised I forgot to cut out the little pocket, didn't I? Little library card pocket. Oops. Glue that one in. Perhaps you won't bother with a pocket with this one. Oh, that's very cute. Get all the folds right. That's the front of a cute little Christmas tree. No, it's not. That's upside down. You guys, you guys, I just put my pages in upside down after I told you not to do that. Okay, so I had my pages up the right way, but I was forgetting about the cover. So that's actually supposed to be the back. But that's okay. Look, I don't mind. I don't mind. You know how I was supposed to do it, okay? It's just for a little decoration. But that's so cute. Now, I'll show you my idea with this one for hanging. So now we've got that little hole there. There's a couple of things you can do. You could use a little piece of string. Where are we? I've got this gold string. You could just go through, if it'll fit. It's a bit frayed on that end. I can go through this way. Maybe. This may be a bit too big. Yeah, so it is a bit too big. So the other thing is you could use, where did I put it? I had some white, you know, embroidery, not embroidery. Yeah, it's sort of like, no, crochet cotton. A little bit of white crochet cotton, that would have gone through. But the next idea I think is probably the best one. Let me see. I'm going to need some jump rings. So these little jump rings here. Yeah, I think I'm going to need the bigger ones because you want things to hang properly. Okay, so you're just going to get your pliers. I should have them here next to me somewhere. So I'm just going to open it up. You want it fairly big so that it reaches. I'm just going to open it up, so I'm going to put that through there. And close it. Okay. Now that's to hang from the top because you can tie your little piece of string onto that. But I thought it might be nice also to put a little charm at the bottom. So that's why I've got two here. There we go. But I think if we want the charm to dangle properly, we want to put another jump ring on there. Let's get a smaller one and see if that's going to be okay. Because I found a few charms that I had that might suit this Christmas. So I found some crosses, and I also found this cute little candy cane one. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. And then I thought, well, maybe a star. There's another idea. You could dangle a little star from the bottom. I actually think I'm going to use the little star. So let's open up this jump ring. And we're just going to put a little star on it. And then we're going to put it on here. And close it. If you have two pairs of pliers, that's a little bit easier. Let's close it. Dear. There we go. And make sure it's not going to come undone. And then see your little charm can dangle nicely. And you've got it hanging on the tree or whatever. I think I might add, well, I could probably add them to these two. See, but yeah, that's really cute. Now at the top is where yeah, as I said, you want to tie something to dangle if you're going to hang it on the tree, or you know, somewhere else. So I'm just going to tie, just so it's just big enough to, you know, go around one of your branches. I'm just going to do this, cut that off, like that, and you've got that all ready to hang from your tree, and you've got a little dangle there. Now as for the actual book, I'm going to do what I did before and add some of this gold paint pen, just a gold paint pen. You can find these anywhere where you find art and craft supplies. You just got to shake it to get it started, and then just get a little piece of paper to, you've got to push it down to get it running. Okay, you can see it's nice, sort of a shiny gold there. And I'm going to go around the cover just to give it a little hint of gold. Or you can use, I think on the blue cover it might be nice to use silver on this cover here. Blue and silver looks nice, but so does blue and gold. So yeah, I'm just going around the cover and the spine. So another little idea again is to also add some, yeah, mine's upside down. But also to add some ribbon. You could tie some ribbon around, or glue a bit there and a bit there, and then tie it closed. And another idea I thought was if you had some glitter. I've got some little Christmas glitters here. But you could sprinkle some on, and some nice white glitter there, like snow. You could put some glue on and sprinkle it on and make it all glittery. I've got some gold glitter here. Or I thought maybe a glitter glue would be easier. So I found these that I've had for a while, the Christmas colours. So I'm going to see if what that does to my page. I'm just going to test it first on here because I haven't used it. Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's going to add a nice little shimmer, glittery shimmer to your page when it's hanging. So I'm just going to, you obviously want to wait for it to dry, but let's add some little bits. Whoops. Maybe sort of spread it all over. Oh, that looks really nice actually. So I'm going to spread it. On here on my upside down cover. Actually, I probably could have hung it the right way, because it's the cover that you're going to see first, isn't it? Not the inside. Never mind. You still get the idea. Okay, so I'll just show you that because it looks really nice. Needs to dry, but you can see when that's hanging on your tree. Isn't that going to look really cute little decoration? I think you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it in this light, but it's really glittering. That glitter glue there. So there we are. It's our cute little micro mini journal. So yeah, go and find my Facebook group or my Ko-fi page and download those, print them out. And if you do put some together, I'd love to see them. So post them in the Facebook group or tag me if you're on Instagram. Okay. So there you go. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.